Hey y'all, it's Scooter, Grease Monkey Magazine. We're here today with our buddy Jonathon Greiner, and we're going to check out some of his awesome handmade guitars he spends a lot of time on. And here we go. All right, morning, John.
Good morning, y'all. How you doing, Tommy?
Good, doing good. Tell us about your guitar there.
Well, this right here is a three-string box guitar. It's got some scrap metal hardware. It's got a nut and bolt bridge and nut and bolt nut up here. Wood burn frets and fret markers. Got some repurposed furniture, upholstery tacks on the sides for fret dots. Got some actual vintage machine heads right there that were from the 70s, basically for Econo guitars back in the day. This is a Rocky Patel Fire blend cigar box. It's kind of a, smaller cigar box. It's got some eyelets for sound holes. The tailpiece to hold the strings is actually made out of an old fast food spatula, like a diner spatula. And it's this is one of the more econo cigar box guitars that I make. They normally run about $100 or so bucks, about $120 with a slide, just acoustic, just something fun. It's tuned open tuning, so it's pretty easy to play. So, just a good old acoustic, fun, banger cigar box guitar. Something like this takes me about, 3 to 4 hours, to make right here. And materials can range anywhere from 20 to 60. A lot of stuff that I use is found objects. I go to a lot of antique shops, swap meets. I even use stuff that I find off the side of the road sometimes when I'm walking down the street. I'll go, well, I can use that, and, little scrap pieces of metal and, just lumber on the side of the road. And, some of my pieces range anywhere from, 2-3 hours of work on up to 70 or 80 hours of work, But it's pretty cool gig. I don't use any power tools, really. I do use a drill. The only shop power tools that I have are back behind me, and it's a scroll saw and a router table, and they're just kind of decorative. They're not even used at all.
Right. So how long have you been building guitars?
About 6 years. A little over 6 years. I've off and on. My first one, this one's missing a string. But speaking of, no power tools, this I had a pair of vice grips and a drill bit, and I used eye bolts and wing nuts as my tuners, and you see a little piece of bolt and some little eyelet screws that I screwed down to hold the strings down, and that's a frame hanger, picture frame hanger, and another eye bolt. It's got a 10. It's out of tune. It's missing a string. It busted. But that's my first one. I made it with a flathead screwdriver, a butter knife, vice grips, and a drill bit. Straight up. So there's that.
Now I know you sell your guitars, and you've got them in a gallery somewhere for sale. Is that right?
Well, I just took some out, but they have been over at Shemai Gallery at Loveless Cafe. I had them on display and for sale at the Bridgestone Arena at the Nashville Visitors Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Visitor Center for Nashville, at the Bridgestone Arena for 3 months 2 years ago. I've had them at Fanny's House of Music, the Old Time Pick and Parlor. I've sold them to a few musicians here and there.
Right. And they can get them directly from you?
They can get them directly from me, or they could, right now directly from me. I'm revamping things a little bit. Got some new ideas and some prototypes and some projects that I'm wanting to work on. As well as I did say that I've made some for some musicians, and I'm getting ready to make some for one particular. I'm not gonna say any names right now, but he's on tour worldwide right now, and he's played with people from Dr. John to ZZ Top to Dave Matthews to Santana to Clapton to McCartney, and I'm making him a guitar, and that I'm truly honored and blessed by. He's definitely one of my musical heroes, and there's a lot of grit and gut and a lot of heart and soul as far as that story, and me making one for him. It's meaningful. So it's really easy, man. It's just a little bit of just connect the dots.